Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to another edition of the FYR Podcast. I am your co-host, Michael Wright. Sitting next to me, as always, is the one and only, the legendary Mr. C.T. Fletcher. And today we have a very amazing show, and we can't wait for you guys to see this because we are going to touch on some real-life topics. The one thing you know about the FYR Podcast, we have never been afraid to touch real-life subjects, and today we are going to do that. But before we do that, let's introduce today's guest. Today's guest made consistency look cool. Fitness icon, American Gladiator legend, actor, coach, early morning machine. Mike, the Titan O'Hearn, is here to join me and CT on the FYR Podcast, and I couldn't be happier to have him here. Mr. O'Hearn, how you doing today, sir?
Good, baby. Give me some love. Give me some love, baby.
We have been trying to get Mike on this show for a while, so we are honored to have him here. I just want to start off with the relationship between you and Mr. Fletcher over here. Take me back. You remember the first time you guys met, and what foundation is the relationship built on to make it as strong as it is all these years later?
We're old school guys. You know, we were powerlifting in the 80s, and we got a tussle in the 90s, early, before most of you guys were born. Yeah. So just take that into consideration. Different mind approach back then. And I love how we met and how it was aggressive as when we met. Just because
you can cuss on here.
Okay, I'm old school, so I don't mind scrapping and then being a friend after. That's just how I was raised, and it was that time too, because you earn some respect as long as you're willing to go the rounds. Yeah. But the talking without it, you know, you talk smack and there's no tussle. That's not a world that I'm used to or understand, and so I'm completely lost in today's world. But that being said, I don't think anybody describes our first date better, our first man date better than my guy here. CT, will you take us through that little scenario of coming in there?
I'd be happy to, Michael. Okay, so me and Mike O'Hearn. Mike is a youngster. He's a youngster. I think I'm 10 years older than Mike. And so he's really, I was young at the time, so he was really this hot new superstar, cover boy, Pepsodent smile having motherfucker coming into the contest. He already had notoriety behind him. And I'm straight out of the garage in Compton.
And this is the California powerlifting championship.
Yes, absolutely.
This is the top dogs for us.
Yeah. Who's the baddest motherfucker in the state? So we're getting ready. I'm getting ready. You know, this is me. My big debut at the championships, and I want to show everybody that CT Fletcher is the one. It's my show now, shit. And a rumor started, you know, little whispers that, Mike O'Hearn is coming. Mike O'Hearn is coming. Mike O'Hearn is coming. I said, who? They said, Mike O'Hearn is coming. I said, Mike O'Hearn is coming. He said, yeah, man, this motherfucker's, he's strong, you know, he's Pepsodent smile, and fucking no hair out of place, motherfucker. And I said, fuck Mike O'Hearn. I'm from Compton, goddammit. I don't give a fuck who he is. If he show up today, he getting his ass whooped. So this old pretty boy ain't gonna outlift me, goddammit. Fuck that. That's bullshit. And so that was my attitude toward Mike O'Hearn going into our first meeting. And you know. And then, this I like to tell this part also. So the worst thing that can happen to a motherfucker when you're in school, you're growing up, is for a pretty motherfucker like Michael Hearn, I call him pretty motherfucker, to take your girlfriend from you. That's you don't want that. Fuck that. Oh hell no, it's pretty motherfucker take I'm gonna whoop his ass. that's usually the backup from us ugly motherfuckers. That's our fallback plan is if, well, okay, take my girl, but I'm going to whoop his ass. But when you got a motherfucker that's a pretty motherfucker, cover boy and shit, and pearly whites and every hair in place and shit, take your girl and whoop your ass. Then you got a problem. Motherfucker strong as shit. Motherfucker came out there, goddamn it, the motherfucker was strong as shit. I said, man, fuck this motherfucker. Where did he get him from? He's strong as shit and a motherfucking cover boy. So he was the kind of person I just didn't like. I had a bad attitude. And he was a perfect example. We was one end of the spectrum, to the other. But we had a lot more in common than I even took time to contemplate about. I said, oh, nice. We ain't got shit in common. I'm a motherfucker at the party to stand against the wall all night and wait for a fucking fight to break out. And Mike's a motherfucker out there in the middle of the dance floor getting all the girls and shit.
So I don't think I ever said this, but when I got into the auditorium, which I loved the smell of, it's back then it was like the baby powder.
Fuck yeah.
Instantly just ready fight mode. I hear this, and I know most people think it's a metaphor, the fuck Mike O'Hearn. It's turned into that metaphor about, work ethic and all that stuff. But this man actually said it. I could hear him from the other side of the thing. I walked in there, and this is the California. Everybody's there, and it's loud. And all I hear is Mike O'Hearn. And I'm like, we in it now. Let's go. So
now.
I love the fact that he was right about a couple things. I grew up in a place called Kirkland, Washington. Now, you guys probably know Costco and the brand Kirkland.
Yep,
well, that's actually the town I grew up in.
Okay.
Wow.
And Microsoft, all just nice place to grow up, sports related, Northwest, Washington State. So good family, all that stuff. Grew up in Compton, right? Yeah. So a little different upbringing, a different time. So there was a lot of things that in no world will these two guys be friends.
Yeah.
And that battle and that two bulls hitting heads, you realize how much more you have in common with that guy than so many around the world. Because he's willing to tussle, he's willing to tell the truth, he's willing to bypass where I grew up, where he grew up. And we're in a place that money doesn't matter, race doesn't matter, religion doesn't matter. Are you strong? Are you a good person?
Yeah.
Will you have my back? Yeah.
That's what matters. That's what matters.
And I wanted to touch on that aspect of your guys' relationship to kind of segue into where we're going to take this initial conversation. But before we do that, you have capitalized on this whole fuck Michael over the years. Take me through that process. Was that just when you heard that? Was it just like, yeah, I got to take this and capitalize on it? How did you make this into this famous quote that everybody likes to say these days?
I think what it was there was an aspect when he didn't like me that I liked.
Good.
Yeah, I don't care visually what I look. I don't care all that. I am a third round wrestler when I got nothing left. That's who I am. And the visual of me is nothing on the guy that's inside that will die to win. and I'll go to battle.
Hey, that's what I picked up on, and that's how we became friends. That is how I recognize myself, and when he's willing to die, whoo-hoo, that's me. And I said, damn, this motherfucker like me. I'm willing to fucking die out there. Oh, no, it's not that serious. Oh, it's just a little. Fuck that. Fuck that. I am willing to are you, Mr. Fletcher, are you going to go out there and compete knowing that you might die on stage out there in front? Fuck yes. I cannot wait. Let's go, motherfucker. And that's what I seen in the Titan. And that is what did it. That's what did it, right? That's what made us brothers.
There's a few. That is
Yeah.
far between.
Very.
There's a lot of say they are.
Yep.
There's tons of say they are, but they're there for a couple years and they're gone. Or
Yep.
they do we're still in the battle. But we're still in
Absolutely.
the battle because
Yeah.
we're going with our boots on.
Yeah.
And that day goes and they go, it's like, yeah, but he fought every day.
Every fucking day.
And so the bond that we have is that.
Yep. Absolutely.
Bypass everything else. And to go back to your point about how did I capitalize on it, I like the superhero identity. You know, Clark Kent looks one way, but he's another person, and I've always felt like that. It's like you're gonna assume this is what I am, and I'm the dog, and so I like that. From American Gladiators to Battledom to competing in martial arts to powerlifting to everything I do, I love that they visually already set me up like, and then they find out. And so it's cool too because we're decades. We're not a year.
Yeah.
We're not 10 years.
Right.
You know, this is mid 80s when we were powerlifting, early
Yep,
80s.
that's
when we were
right.
powerlifting. And we're still here in the health and fitness world doing what we do. And so that's decade after decade. There's a lot of things you can freaking fake in life.
Yeah.
You can't fake work ethic. You can't. And at the end of the day, you can say whatever you want on social media and all this and that. We'll see. We'll see in a decade. We'll see in a couple decades. And so that's my upbringing. That's who I am. And so the F. Mike O'Hearn, and really Stan Efferden put a good spin on it when Stan Efferden put out a great video, a good insightful video where he talked about wanting to beat me in this, wanting to beat me in that, and so on and so on. And me not really knowing him at the time and still doing my shit. And then when he did come to Gold's Gym and come into deadlift, I was the one guy, and remember, he didn't like me either. I was the one guy that went over there and I go, hey, Mike O'Hearn, Stan Efferden. And I said, what are you doing? He said, I'm doing a photo shoot today in deadlift. And I said, shit, I'll get the whole gym and me behind you and we'll cheer you on. And he's like, damn it. Yeah, I wanted to hate you.
Yeah.
You're over here cheering me on like this. And it's like, I like those warriors.
Yep.
I relate with it.
Absolutely.
And so the concept of F. Mike O'Hearn it's a bad thing. It's you do the work. Don't worry about other people. People are going to say what they want about you. They're going to.
Anyway, yeah.
And so that's how I capitalize. I don't care. You know, if I worry about what everybody thinks of me, my career would have been over in the 80s.
Oh, yeah.
You know, I was in the magazines in 87
Yep.
and they were already talking. And so it's like one of those things. I was like, I'll just do my thing, have fun and tussle.
And tussle. That's exactly right. And the tussling part, I mean, we did a video together. You got any clips of that, Solomon?
Workout stuff?
Huh?
Workout stuff?
Yeah, yeah.
Oh,
Rob.
Here we go.
We did a video together, and man, this was finally. Yeah, I said right up front that I ain't doing no squats because I know it'll kill me. I ain't doing no goddamn. I ain't doing nothing but some fucking arms because I know he's gonna kill me and anything else. I said, Mike, we gotta. I want you to do arms. Oh, no problem. So he was fucking right in there. I mean, and I said, this is my chance to finally get the Titan in my arena. He gonna do my workout. Shit, I'm gonna show this motherfucker. Yeah, I'm still CT Fletcher, and it was fucking 1991 or 92 all over again. I said, oh man, here we go. And we went to battle. It's one of my favorite fucking videos of all time. We went to battle. Every fucking thing I did, this motherfucker did. And I know a lot of it was the first time he ever did this shit. Yeah. And he made no fucking excuses. I ain't never did this before. I had motherfuckers cry all the time. And these professional wrestlers and big time, super strong guys. And oh man, I on my elbow now. I took Mike in there and I said, I'm gonna take this motherfucker in deep water and drop him off. Shit, every fucking thing that I threw at this Pepsi Smile Happy motherfucker, he answered me. He answered every time I put out the call. I said, God damn it, come on, Mike. It was like a challenge, and these guys, tap dancers, they challenge, and he do some shit, and then he tell the other motherfucker, you do the shit I just did, challenge. So every time I do something, I look at Mike, challenge. That motherfucker answered every goddamn challenge I threw at him, and I had some shit that only I do. Only I, you don't see nobody else doing this shit. My fucking invention that I made up in my motherfucking ass. Okay, Mike, we're gonna grab this motherfucking straight bar, reverse. Shit.
Reverse over the head. Show that video.
Yeah, who?
And Rob tried to spot me. I go, step off.
Yeah. Who the fuck?
You said step off.
Yeah.
I go, don't touch it.
Who the fuck else do you see doing that shit?
Nobody.
Nobody. No, I seen the cat try to copy.
They're all,
us.
everybody that watches this is going to miss
Yeah.
what actually happened.
Yeah.
And there was a deeper thing.
Oh, man.
It was you and me talking to each other without talking to each other.
Yep, absolutely.
And I know that everybody's going to go, well, you guys are just working out. You're just being beast. I don't think you look at something like this deep enough, it's a connection. It's two guys that are really trying to up the other guy.
Yeah.
Yes, I want to beat him, but at the same time, I like this, that we're on this road.
Oh,
together.
hell yeah.
And that it changes things when you got a guy or people, like you and me that are just willing to go, I'll save nothing for the swim back.
Fuck yeah.
You comprehend that one?
Burn
It's
the
like,
boats.
That analogy,
Burn the
yeah.
boats.
you chase it, you go out, you gotta, I save nothing for the swim back. I'm okay dying out there.
Fuck yeah. It ain't too many people got that attitude. I recognize it. And that's how, oh shit. When I see another motherfucker, I interviewed Hoist Gracie one time, and he told me, I asked him about, his attitude, and he told me that I never made plans for an after party. Whenever he fought, as soon as he said that, I recognized that spirit. Yeah, I'm like, oh, fuck. That shit, I see me, you in that. I ain't making no plans for no after party because he said, because I am willing to die. Woo! Right there in that fucking octagon. I'm like, man, boy, you was already up here, but goddamn it, you just went to the stratosphere with that shit. Because it ain't too many, because I've had people right here sitting on this couch, world champions, and I asked them, are you willing to die for this shit? No, I wouldn't say that. I'm willing to go quite a ways, right? Shit, that is few and far in between. And when you find another motherfucker as crazy as you, woo-hoo-hoo, you have a good goddamn time.
Now, before we segue into my next question, go back to when you guys initially met at this powerlifting meet. Who came out on top? Who won?
Well, actually, this is what's really funny. We was in two different categories.
Oh,
first of all, yeah. But the thing was, who was going to be the star of the event? Whose name was people going to remember when you left that motherfucker? And I was determined that they was going to remember C.T. Fletcher and fuck Mike O'Hearn. That was the thing, because we were not in direct competition with each other. We were in two different. I was a bench press only guy. That was my specialty. Bench press. Mike did every fucking thing, but deadlifts, he won. Yeah, he won his category that day, and I won my category that day. So it wasn't really a competition.
It was above that. It wasn't just about winning that.
Yeah.
It was about winning the respect.
Absolutely. That was it.
All right, Mike.
And so that happened. I jumping back for a second before we jump off of this is the deeper meaning on anything. I don't care if you're playing piano, ballet, there's a depth to communication on somebody that's just at a different level. And I like talking to those people. I like being around those people that understand you get one go around. And to play it safe, that's probably great for other people, but there's a small group of people that
Very small.
there's an emotional, there's a mental, there's like what is capable. And I think that's what it is.
It's like two fighters. I felt like after that workout we did, it's like two fighters that fucking got in there and kicked each other's ass for back in the old days, 15 fucking rounds. And at the end of that shit, they hug each other because they shared something that two individuals, unless the two men in the arena, you can't understand. We went in there and I threw the fucking sink at him. He caught that motherfucker and threw it back. And you just won't understand that shit unless you've done it. It's hard to explain to casuals.
I think movies do a good job. I think movies like Rocky, Apollo Creed, and Rock.
Yeah.
It's like, is it a boxing movie? Not really. It's a relationship movie. And at the end of it, tightest boys in the world. And I think people think that sports is just the winning and losing, but it's the friendship. It's the willing to go to battle. It's, taking it up another notch.
Speaking of movies, would you like to touch my ass?
What happened? You want to touch the baby?
So you and CT have both built legacies in the gym and in life. What's the one thing about your friendship that most people wouldn't expect?
That most of our conversations have to do with us and family and emotion and nothing to do with training or anything.
Yeah, that's true.
And maybe they do know that or not know that, but
I don't think they
that's
do.
I'll just send them a text. Hey, just checking in.
Yeah, absolutely.
Hey, thinking about you.
Yeah.
And so that's what the friendship is. It was built off of, going head to head. One question I got though is how many years later were you like, okay, I'm okay with this guy?
Years later,
After the cow.
yeah. Well, I think mutual respect was gained for me at the cow. And I'm like, okay, motherfucker, he's a legitimate weightlifter. He's legitimately strong. He's more than just the magazine cover guy, the Pepsodent smile having motherfucker. He's he is a legitimate adversary. He's a worthy adversary. So you gained some respect at that initial meeting, but friendship came later.
Yeah.
So how did that come to the friendship aspect of it come together?
I think when we got to spend more time
Yeah,
sit
absolutely.
down and just go, we are. I mean, I did things with him that my dogs have a bond with me.
Mm-hmm.
And I was losing one of my girls, and the only person I went and saw was him and me, and we sat in his front yard with my pup, knowing
Yep.
I was going to lose her.
Mm-hmm.
That's this friendship.
Yeah.
So it's
What really, I think took it to brothers was the workout. It was just, I was like, this motherfucker, he's family now. Fuck that, because he's absolutely won me over big time. That was it.
That's how you win CT.
Yeah.
Show up and
And
put out.
fucking, hell yes. Come out.
Leave it on
Come
the
with
floor.
it, Jack. I put him to the test that day, and he passed with flying fucking colors.
So with that being said, I wanted to take the first part of the show to just kind of establish the relationship between the two of you. It's kind of obvious. The world right now is dealing with a lot of racial divide. And I think it's very important, especially for our platform, to show a black man, a white man that can build these relationships and so that it's bigger than just black and white at this point. And I think whatever we can do on this platform to show that all of this racial divide, all of this stuff is so not necessary at this point. You got good people on both sides, you got bad people on both sides, but at the end of the day, where can we find that common ground where we can all come together? And I thought you guys explaining the common ground that brought you two together was very important to kind of start this conversation off. Mike, CT showed me the video that you sent as far as just kind of wanted to tackle some of these topics. So
Yeah.
I'll kind of let you start it off and things you like to address, and we can just kind of
Maybe you guys can teach me something today. Maybe something I don't understand. I was a born athlete, dad football player and bodybuilder, mom a martial artist, and so from the get-go, I was in the trenches with my brothers competing, and I was raised in Washington State, so I was removed from the South, if that had anything to do with how you're raised and what you feel. I can't wrap my head around pigment. And so I'm so confused on pigment. Fully understand asshole to a good person. I understand teammates, but I don't understand the whole pigment thing. That because I'm this color, and today, I understand we've had, like every country, had some ugly past, but at some point, you either break up with the girl or you forgive her, and let's build on it now. Aspect is my belief. It's like, okay, now let's start working on the relationship. And so I don't, and I know people are going to go, oh, you're an asshole. I don't see color. I see people. It's one humanity. It's one race. Everybody looks different. There's good-looking cats. There's ugly cats. There's assholes. There's nice people. But at the end of the day, when you're dead and you got all the skeletons out there, it's pretty goddamn similar. So I'm confused on why there's so much divide coming up now. And the reason I worry about this is I'm almost done. I'm on my back 9. I've had a great freaking life, but I got a 6-year-old at home. I got a 6-year-old that's going to be, I'm going to raise him to be a peaceful warrior, but I'm going to raise him to be a warrior. And I am freaked out that I'm raising them in a place or in a world now that everybody hates each other just because of the skin tone and not because of their characters. Help me out on this one, guys.
Go ahead, Mike. I'll let you go first.
That's a hard question for me to answer because as a black man, I'm 47 years old. I have been dealing with racism all my life, and as a kid, and I was born and raised here in California, Bakersfield to be exact, and I cannot tell you the amount of times just riding my bike down the street, I was called the N-word, or going off to college. I went to Jackson State University, going to the South, and being pulled over and stretched out in the middle of the interstate solely because I was black. So as far as the racism, why people hate people of different shades, I can't answer that question because I was raised to, like you said, my mother always told me, you got black assholes, white assholes, Hispanic assholes. Some people are just assholes. And then you got a lot of good people. And her thing to me was surround yourself with the good people. Or try your best to surround yourself with the good people. So it's hard for me to understand why people who look like me or women or gays or whatever are treated in such these weird fashion. I can't explain it. I don't know why people are so upset with something as simple as skin color. So, Pops, you a lot older than me.
Absolutely.
And I know you got a different take on it because of everything you've experienced. So it might be a question more for you to answer.
Okay. I was born in Pine Bluff, Arkansas. And that is about as racist as a city that anybody could be born in 1959. And so I remember colored only water fountains and colored only entrances, and back of the bus. Me and my mom and my older brother Walt came to California in the back of the bus. So I was old enough to remember those things. But above all else, I remember O.G. Reed Fletcher, which is my mother's name, telling me as a small kid, she put my face in the palm of her hands and she said, son, you got to love everybody. I said, everybody, Mama? She said, everybody. And I said, well, I mean, I even if they hate me for no reason other than the color of my skin, I got to love them too. She said, especially them. Especially them. And I said, why? She said, because it's easy, son. It is easy to love people that love you back. That's easy. Anybody can do that. You love me, I love you back, no problem. But if you can love somebody that hates you for no other reason than the color of your skin, then you are doing something. And I want to remind all my evangelical, Muslim, Jewish brothers and sisters that have hate in their heart for another human being, other than they may have a different religious viewpoint than you. You hate them. It is impossible for you to enter into this kingdom called heaven. This is the place that you say you're going, but this brother sitting right next to you that you see every day, you hate him. I got news for you. You ain't gonna make it. You are not, you're gonna be rude for a rude awakening. You cannot do it. How can you hate your brother who you see every day and then enter into the kingdom of heaven? It is impossible. You cannot do it. So why is it like this? Because it has been inbred in the youth. It was taught. How can little children know hate? They are taught that. We don't come into this world hating each other. Little children are taught to hate. Oh, you see them? Hate them. You see the people that color? Hate them. You see people that don't agree with our religious stance? Hate them. It is inbred in them, it is taught to them, indoctrinating them from youth, from very little, just like it was indoctrinated, taught to me by my mother as a very small child. You got to love everybody. Son, if you want to see heaven, you got to love everybody. So that's my take on that.
And a lot of this, I think, is being manufactured just through the media now and just society as a whole. I think the world profits on all this infighting. And it's just being everywhere you turn on social media, you see it. Turn on the TV, you see it. It's everywhere. It's just, it's I look at it like it's really starting to consume this world. And it's only getting worse by the day. And so how do we fix this? Maybe doing things like this.
That's interesting.
What
right?
brought you?
Right? Isn't that, it's like you have if this makes sense, you have a right to be angry at the white boy, right? Because you were raised there, and it was, like I said when I first said it, it's like there was a time that this shit was ugly. But now we're in 2025, and you had man, your mom, wow.
Absolutely.
Wow.
Yeah.
First off, just give me go back to that and just say props to her.
Yeah.
What a strong woman.
Absolutely.
But you found, again, from a good parent, you found a way to go. I'm not going to go down that road. Sounds easy, but wow.
Definitely not.
I mean, you say it easy. I know it's not easy to do that. So vice versa on what I was trying to say. It's like, wow, that's props to you for going in that and having a good mom on that stuff. And I agree with it. For some reason, I don't know why the TVs are continuing to push it, adding fuel to the fire on all this stuff. And so you guys didn't really answer my question, though.
I think it's
I'm
honestly,
worried.
and I'll just tell
tough.
you honestly, that is a hard question. I feel like for Black people to answer because we are not the creators of this whole racism thing. So I think a lot of times Black people sit back and try to figure out why do they hate us so much? Like we've contributed to this country, we've tried to make it better, just like every other group of people that have.
So it goes back to our all of our points. There's good people and there's assholes.
And the
so-
world would be a better place if people just looked at it like that.
Well, I
And
try
not
to.
just assuming that, oh, this guy's Black, so he's an asshole, or this guy's white, he's an asshole. And it's
My
not like
answer was that it's taught because we don't come here. You put some babies together, and they don't give a shit what color the other baby is.
My kid's 6 years old, and the
They
kids
don't
that come
care.
over we are the UN. My house.
Yeah,
We
absolutely.
are the freaking UN, and I removed everything in the living room and laid out mats.
Mm.
So it's wrestling whenever. And so he comes over, and all his friends, and they're going to town, and I'm like, I'm seeing this young CT and Mike going head to head, talking smack and smashing each other, and I'm like, yeah, I'm raising a good kid.
Mm-hmm.
And again, he's got a great mother. And so that's the other aspect of what we're going through in this world right now. It's like, who can make it? My belief is if you roll like you do and go, listen, I'm gonna make it through. I got love in the heart. I'm gonna do the honest act. And then you're gonna have the hiccups like you're talking about. You got the assholes that are doing what they're doing. I just got back from Romania, and I got to see Mona's place. And I don't know if you guys know the backstory much, but she grew up, my wife grew up in a communist country.
Okay.
Parents were gone by the time she was 9, 10. Two bedroom house, outhouse, piece of shit,
Yeah.
nothing. And she raised a brother and sister. By 13, she started looking for an escape to get out of the communist country. By 16, gets out, goes to New York, not speaking the language, and does the American dream. Takes it, turns it, makes herself a multimillionaire with barely through 7th grade. Learns English, does the whole thing. And it's like, every time I start complaining about things, I got this girl looking at me going, you freaking American. You're such a pussy. It's like, I said, all right, let me step up here. All right. But I just got to see her house in person. And I'm like, wow.
Yes.
Made it from there
Yeah.
during a communist time and made it to an America and do this. And my point of saying this is that life is rough. Life's tough. And it seems like so many people are just trying to make it rougher. And it's like, we're at that age where we're
Yeah.
going to look at this and go, I'll take peace over anything.
Mm-hmm.
I'm just going to get away from everybody, stay home with the dogs and stuff,
Yeah.
kind of a thing. So we're at that stage going, man, there's a lot of added stuff right now that's making life harder instead of going, let's somehow come up with a comprehension of it's humanity. It's 2026 almost. We got to start going forward again. We jumped back decades.
Oh man, we did.
We jumped
yeah.
back.
And I think that's the hard part, especially for me. Like I have a 2-year-old granddaughter, and I sit around every day and I wonder what the world is going to look like when she becomes my age.
That stresses
You
me.
know,
Yeah.
I have 4 daughters as well, and they are growing up in a world where they are losing rights. My wife has more rights when she was coming up than my daughters have right now, and it's a very scary world to think about. Again, as a Black man, to sit here and watch them want to get rid of our African American museums and erase the history, it's like, why are we doing all of this? Like, history is something we can learn from. Like, nobody's trying to say, yeah, we just want to talk about slavery, but it's an important part of the American history that we can learn from, so we don't go back to that point.
Right.
So to want to close down our museums or get rid of our history. And again, I grew up in a time, especially growing up here in California, they make all this talk about Black history. Black history when I was in school was, and if I didn't know any better, I would have just assumed that Black history started with slavery ended, and here came Martin Luther King Jr. That's literally how they taught history, Black history in school.
I concur. I concur.
We had a whole, it was a whole slavery. Okay.
Martin Luther King. Boom.
Abraham Lincoln freed the slaves, and then literally, hey, Martin Luther King Jr. is here.
Yeah.
Lucky for me, I had an uncle who was a African American history professor in college. So he taught me a lot of the history. So I don't think teaching, I see so many people saying, well, what about the white kids learning about history? I'm like, we all learned about our slavery coming up. I don't remember any white kids being traumatized by having to learn about slavery in school. If anything, what it taught me was to watch them learn about slavery and how horrible it was. Their thing in class was, we don't want to repeat that. That's a terrible part of our history. Yes, we should learn about it, but going forward, we don't want to implement things that could take us back to that. And the scary thing for me as a father, as a grandfather, in today's time, it's like we are literally trying to go backwards. And I'm like, when has
So you guys
going
feel the
forward-
same way then?
Yeah, my thing is, when has trying to move forward and be not just better people, but a better country, a better world, when is it? Why is that a bad thing? And I can't answer that question because I don't think it's a bad thing.
We're looking at you.
It's every time you look, if you get your news only from TV,
Yeah.
now people may have a lot of different perspectives, but usually only from what they get off the news of how a country is.
Yeah.
Now you just got back from Romania, right? So how were the Romanian people? How
Freaking amazing.
Yeah.
Kind. Hard workers. And I got to go behind the curtain kind of stuff. I got to go to their White House, their Pentagon. I got to meet the government. I got to do stuff that the average Joe doesn't. And then I got to also go to the small towns and see how they worked and how they were and how kind they were. And it made me smile inside. And I'm like her town where she grew up, you just go into the convenience stores and stuff. And they're like, and she always says this to me, and it's tough for me being an American and growing up the way I did. But she's like, you got to be happy right now with what you got. You keep fighting like a dog to get more and more and more. It's like you ain't living right now. And when you're in Romania, and you, especially the smaller places, you just see these people going, I'm good. If I get something more tomorrow, great. But I'm going to live for today. And it was a refreshing, amazing trip to see just families eating together, people being kind to each other. And so it was heartwarming. It wasn't just a guest posing appearance and all this. It was an eye opener to, wow,
Absolutely.
it'd be a great way to get back to.
I almost knew it, but I wanted to hear you say it because I went to as we get to travel.
Yeah.
And I was doing a lot more traveling before the heart transplant. But I got one of my favorite trips was to Russia. And they at this time, oh man, don't go. You might not come back. I'm like, no, I'm gonna go. And it was, like I said, it was so great when we landed in Russia. I didn't have to go through customs, and about 100 to 150 Russians met us at the airport. Came straight, as soon as we got off the plane, came straight back, no customs, no, they didn't check luggage, nothing, got our luggage for us, and they all had fake beards on. So in Russia, they call me Plush Beard. That was my nickname in Russia. And so we came back, women, everything, kids all had fake beards on. They came and got us, took us around. It was one of the best experiences ever. But if you listen to what people think or see on the media, you would never expect that. Oh no, this is a terrible place, and you cannot be brainwashed by the media. You have to meet the people. You have to actually go there and meet the people to really know. If you're just going by what you see on the news, your late evening news, you will have a totally different opinion of the people. And
I think it's even the same over here in America. I think the media has so many people fooled that it's white against black. And I know too many relationships like the one you two have. I know too many people like that. So I think the media has us fooled that it's this constant infighting, but I think there's more beautiful relationships between so many different types of people, and it's just when the media's not focused on that aspect of it. They're only focused on, and again, I get it, everything is driven by money and greed and all of that stuff. So what's the popular thing to post all over social media now is the divisiveness in this country. But again, you have to be smart enough to understand that the media is the media. It's not always real life.
That changed.
It's not always
Media
real
changed.
life.
I have no idea when this happened, but I remember back in the 70s and stuff that the media couldn't release something. A newspaper couldn't do it unless it had facts to it and it was double and triple checked. And now I see something where it's like it's all opinion. And so it's like, whatever your opinion is, go watch that news.
Yeah.
Whatever opinion. And it's like, wow, that's got to stop.
I don't think people really like hearing the truth anymore. They want to hear
what's the saying about
what's
that
the
truth?
saying that are something they agree with.
Yeah, let me hear something that I agree with.
Yeah.
And if they
What's the
don't agree
quote
with
to
me,
that? There's a quote that says, tell a strong man a lie and you will anger him. You tell a weak person, or it's vice versa. The weak person doesn't want to hear the truth, where the strong man wants to be told straight up the truth. And so it's just, I agree. It's like travel, get out there. More
Man,
people need
get
to
out
travel
there, see for
and get out,
yourself.
because that's one of the things I think that we're blessed that we got to travel from a young age and see the world and go, okay, listen, there's no perfect place, but America could be a tremendous, and there's so many good aspects about it. Stop making life so hard. Life's so short. It confuses me that there's so much freaking ugly, and how people have. If you don't like something on social media, what do?
Don't fucking
You
look
don't-
at it.
Wait a minute. You don't go there and comment on it and go and yell at the guy. We go past it.
Yeah.
You don't like something, just go past it.
Yeah, fuck yeah.
You
Keep
like something,
scrolling,
you go, hey
motherfucker.
man, that was a cool post. Good job. But that should be kind of life in a way.
I'm always interested. I asked a lot of people we have on this show how they deal with, especially social media. Bill Goldberg, I think of him when he was here. I asked him, and Bill said, he was like, part of me wants to go out and choke somebody out.
Yeah.
Like Terry Crews when he was here. Terry Crews was just like, I use it as fuel. If I see somebody say something negative about me, it just makes me want to train harder, work harder, get more TV shows,
That's
do more
Terry.
stuff. It motivates them. But some people see that stuff and it just throws them over the edge.
Let me
They
tell you
can't
something
handle
about Terry too, because we did a TV show. His first TV show he got was Battle Dome with me.
Mhm, that's it.
And Terry and me were like the pinnacle athletes on the show. So when it was a real tough game and stuff, they would give me and Terry, the competitors, and that, and go, hey, Mike, Terry, go get him.
Yeah.
Cool. And so we built a bond that is still here today. And you'll get a text going, keep going. I'm going to get you. I'm going to get you. But so much respect, because him and his wife were backstage, and I've known his kids forever because they were little kids then.
Yeah.
And Terry's the guy that won't say and Terry, sorry for saying this out loud. Everybody's going to hear this. But he's the guy that played pro football and then ended up as a security. Ego aside, willing to do it for the family.
Yep.
And there needs to be more of those kind of humans. And when we were doing Battle Dome, we were banging. Most people think Gladiators was tough, and it was somewhat. But in Battle Dome, we got good contestants.
Yeah.
We were smashing people. It was great fights. And Terry had a bone spur that was really bad. And it was like first or second show. Him and I were back there talking, and he's like, "Mom, what's up?" This bone spur. You never heard him say anything else to anybody else. We never talked to the medics or anything. We kept our mouths shut, he and I. If something was hurt, we don't say nothing. Nobody knows. And he kept eyes unfocused, get the paycheck, go out there, do your job, feed the family. And that's where his and my bond.
Yeah.
It wasn't because we could kick people's asses. It was he was willing to go through that pain and wait until the season was over to get anything fixed and just fight it. And it's like,
really,
that's
good
hard.
dude. Yeah.
And again, it's not about the show. It wasn't about that for anybody that's going, well, it was a TV show, this and that. We had to fight 6 guys a day. Just, he hit 6, I get 6, and it was day in and day out. We got banged up, kept our mouths shut, and did the work. Because also at the end of the day, I think something that was great about that is that you have 6 guys in the entire United States or world being one of these warriors.
Yeah.
You talk, you lose your job. These producers don't know that stuff. You put ice on something. Hey, is he hurt? Do I need to replace him? And so it's just a work ethic of sometimes life sucks and you're banged up. Keep your mouth shut. Keep pushing forward. Keep doing the work. And that's what I love about Terry to this day. He's one of those guys who will die in the battle.
Yes, absolutely.
So I know it's a side note, but going back to social media, I agree with Goldberg. There's times you want to smash people. But I am the biggest troll on social media. I am and that's why fuck Mike O'Hearn plays into me.
Yeah.
People going, you're on steroids. I'm on all the steroids, guys. I get my wife and kid trend. It's like, I play into it because who you agreeing with and who are you talking to?
I'm glad you brought that aspect of it up. I know we're kind of jumping all over the place here, but I see a lot of the negative stuff said about you on social media, and I'm always interested, like, how you deal with that. And like I said, to see the different takes on it, but
I have
a lot of people talk a lot of shit about Mike O'Hearn.
But who?
Yeah.
Who?
Yeah.
So I was just talking about who?
Yeah.
The Hobbit, Duchette,
Yep.
Nurse Mike, who looks like a troll. It's like, I don't know who these people are, and it's the average person. Chuck Norris messaged me. What the?
Yeah.
Chuck Norris goes, dude, I like what you're doing. I've been a fan for decades. Keep going. Lee Haney sent me a message. Besides everything you're doing, I love you as a father. That, that's the stuff that hits you.
Yeah.
Terry messaging back going, we still in this.
Yeah.
It's guys that have some kind of grit behind them. The Rock sends me a message. I love how you and Mona are just pushing it. And as a team and as a dad, it's like, okay, I'll listen to that. Yeah. But when the average guy says you're on drugs, sure, buddy. What else do you want me to say? I'm gay? Cool, I'm gay. The whole stuff with the average Joe, say whatever. Yeah. They're irrelevant to life. They're irrelevant to life because they're just talking smack, but they're the guy that's sitting. What's the quote?
Before we graze over that, did you hear what he said? You motherfuckers is irrelevant. So you wasting your motherfucking time.
No, don't listen to that. No, guys, you hurt me. No, you hurt me. Do not go on my page and troll me and tag. Get the analytics. Keep going, man. Keep going on the analytics. That's the great thing about it. Yeah. It's like, I'm at that age, though, too. It could be an age thing. I'm going to try to teach my son at a younger age to go, who's talking smack about it?
Yeah.
What do they have? Are they doing it?
Yeah. My 4 daughters are all in their 20s, and they look at social media. I have to tell them all the time, social media is not a real place. It's not a real place. Even for me, like, I sit next to CT Fletcher on these shows. Most people only know me for that. But the crap said about me, I was just telling him, somebody on one of the YouTube videos is like, oh, that guy's he's too skinny and sucked up to sit next to CT Fletcher. Or
and I'm fucking skinny and sucked up my damn self.
so I'm learning that people are comfortable sitting behind their keyboards and their screens and just talking shit about you. And I'm like, I just had open heart surgery not too long ago. I'm recovering. So I lost 45 pounds doing that surgery. So yeah, I'm looking kind of skinny and sucked up right now, but you don't know that part of the story. And I just never understood why people would take time out of their day to get on somebody's post and comment something.
Just
You
to
never
talk
even met him before.
shit. Yep.
You don't know him. I used to get upset when people would talk shit about him. They would jump on us like, oh, CT Fletcher ain't what he used to be. Well,
Yeah.
We're going through life, man.
Like,
At what point does that not make
people don't
sense
get
to you?
old and do things differently. So I used to take all that stuff personally, but he's like, none of that stuff matters.
Mm-mm.
They can say, again, I was just telling them before we started the show how many people comment on the YouTube videos and be like, I thought CT was dead.
Yep.
Like, shit, stuff like that.
How'd you pull that off?
Hey.
Wow, that's some skill,
I'm
my man.
standing live just to piss you off.
Oh my God.
Just to piss you off, I'm gonna stick around a while.
But your point with your daughters, right, social media, use it for what it's good for, or find a way to have fun with it, like I do. I have a shirt that says Trent on it. It's like it isn't a real place. Can you meet some amazing people?
Yeah.
Oh my God, it's incredible. I get to talk to people that I would never have met.
Yeah.
And that is incredible. And to build that relationship.
Mm.
And for them to check in like that. When I got Chuck Norris or
Man, yeah.
Lee Labrada saying the same kind of stuff.
Yeah,
It's like these
absolutely.
legends
Legends.
that I go down and hang out with Frank Zane, my training partner, Robbie Robinson.
Mhm,
You talk
yeah.
about coming from, the South and going through.
France, yeah.
Robbie's 80, 81.
And
So
still looks fucking fantastic.
like
by the way.
sick stuff. I got to tell you this, man. Great thing about Robbie Robinson, man, and I tell people this, is like when he walks into that gym, that boy is a stallion. A stallion. I mean, like keep your girl away. He walks in there and he's like, Mike, let's go. And then we train, and he's like, yeah, you feel that? You feel that testosterone? It's raising because we're around each other. And so, again, you get these amazing things, and social media can be just like the world. It can be used in an incredible way. Don't let the trolls get to you. Anything. I do. I play chess. I troll the trolls. And it's great because they're so easy to upset.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Remember the days where if somebody talks smack about you, you're fighting.
Yeah.
Hey, 3:00 after school.
Yeah, absolutely.
You
Yep.
said some shit, we're going.
Yep.
And that's not it anymore. It's behind the computer.
Oh, yeah.
I usually say, hey, go give your mom's phone back to her. Settle down, cupcake. So, yeah, anybody out there, just FYI, I'm worried about the future of this world, of America. I believe there's one human race. There's good guys, there's bad guys, there's ugliness, but we're going into 2026. We got to move forward in some way.
I think it's like the two of you just find what's that common ground. I think we can find common ground if we.
Well,
took
don't do what
time.
he and I do.
No, no.
We're mentally sick.
Yeah,
No, but I'm just saying your friendship is built on that common mentality that you had. Weightlifting, all of that stuff. Try. I don't think people take time to try to find a common ground with somebody that may look different than them.
Yeah.
One of the things I like about you is just your relationship with another friend of the show, Michael Beach. We have Michael Beach is somebody that I use as motivation now.
I don't like Michael Beach. Not a friend with him. Do not like him. He's racist against white people.
But I love Michael Beach, and I just his work ethic, and to see this brother who was about to be 62 years old, like still kicking ass, working out. Like I said, coming back, trying to recover from this heart surgery. I watch Michael Beach. I'm like, that's him.
Again.
Yeah, and that's about finding that common ground with people, and to see the relationship that the two of you have. Like we can. Find common
I hope
ground.
you don't see much because there's some. Our DMs better never get leaked.
Oh, it's the same.
It's awesome,
It's the same.
right?
Yeah, it's the same thing for me and him. Our relationship is built on us just talking shit to each other.
Oh, yeah.
Like,
Michael
literally.
is just FYI to everybody else out there. He's first of all killing it.
Oh yeah.
Killing it. and he's been doing it forever. He's the guy I call, and he's willing, as busy as he is to drive over and we work my scenes. Like this last movie was the range I had to go from this Russian con man to the prison. He's over there working with me.
Okay, this is
training.
This
Yeah,
is a new
movie we're filming right now.
Okay.
This is why I look like I look. So, I'm playing a Russian guy, and it's incredible. But again, here's a guy that's established. He's doing his things. It's a 45 to an hour drive to my house. He comes over. We do this. Mona tries to fix him some red meat. Come on, start eating some red meat, kid. and he's such a good
human
person.
being. Yes, absolutely.
He is who he is.
Yeah.
And again, he looks like a savage. He's 62 and another stallion.
Yeah.
Stallion.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
Just send him a whole bunch of pictures of big booty girls. And I just called you out, dog.
Hey, Michael, he said it, not me.
I said it.
Now, guys, we're about at our limit right now. I know this wasn't your typical sit-down interview that we normally do, but like I said, we've never been afraid on this platform to tackle real issues. And I think it was very important for us to, and we didn't get into all the meats and bones of it, but like I said,
Part two.
Hopefully we get Mike back for a part two. But Mike, before we go,
yes, sir.
If you could give 20-year-old Mike O'Hearn one piece of advice, what would it be?
Ooh, keep focusing on yourself, like I was doing, but relax about distractions. I think that's one of the biggest things, and I see that. And again, this is part two. What social media has done and what women are doing, and when we grew up, it was the father saying, I want my daughter to meet a good boy.
Mm-hmm.
And now it's reversed to where they're saying, I want my son to meet an honest girl. And so this is something that's like,
oh my goodness.
It's a different world.
And
And these girls are out there giving every single guy them in the lingeries or nudes and stuff. It's like, what are you giving your man down the road? And so I want to teach.
That's a big, especially in the fitness.
boy, that's a fucking, oh my God.
I don't think most people realize that.
That's
And it's
that
like,
is.
what's my son going to do being this strapping thing that he's like going to be? I'm going to be like, stay away from girls as long as you possibly can. That distraction. I know that's a crazy thing to say, but the world is changing in so many ways, not just the black and whites. It's not just the religions. It's not just this, but it's how women are changing and how, it's a different world.
All right, we will definitely.
Sorry about throwing that air ball at you, man, at the last second.
I cannot wait.
It'll lead that into part
We'll
two.
start with that on part two.
So
Let me finish one thing. I just want to say, if I said anything, you guys teach me as well. Again, I grew up in the Northwest where it was teammates. And pigment wasn't a thing, and it's still that way to me. Like I said, my crew is cool ass humans, badass humans though. That understand.
Mr. and Mrs. O'Hearn did a damn good job on raising their son.
Well, it's just because of all the steroids. So it's transferred to him. So he's a big kid. It's a DNA change in.
all right, ladies and gentlemen, on that note, we will end it right there. There will be, Mike, you come back for part two.
100% have to.
Coming back for part two, ladies and gentlemen, the Titan, Mike O'Hearn. And we're going to end this show like we do every show.
We're popping the tops. We're taking the shirts off. We're posing. What are we doing?
I'm going to let you take your shirts off. I'm leaving mine on right now. Let the internet tell it I'm sucked up and too skinny to be sitting here next to this.
We show
big
them how
small
we end
motherfucker.
it.
Yeah.
How we end it.
We're going to end this show like we do every show.
Fuck y'all.
It's the FDR podcast.